Welcome to Vexxed Uncensored with Saint and myself, Moe Vader, bringing you the very best news, music, and our very own Vexxed segments. It's rough, it's raw. Please enjoy.
Introducing the new mini album, Saint Remixed. 7 new remixes and 7 new visualizers. Featuring classic standout tracks and unheard vocals from Saint, reimagined into new electro mixes including dubstep, trap, and more. Buy or stream now, from all major music stores worldwide including Beatport, iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify now. Don't forget to watch Saint's CGI music video for the new remix Single Time, out now on Vivo.
Welcome back to Vexxed Uncensored. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Hang on a goddamn minute.
Don't need your strength today, Jesus.
Welcome back to Vexxed Uncensored with me, Moe Vader.
And me, Saint.
And,
Here we are.
we're back again.
We're back again.
We wasn't here last week.
I think, probably been a couple of weeks, guys. You know how it goes. But there's been some old flashback episodes.
Yes.
Coming out. We're always talking about the old seasons and how, bad they were, quality-wise.
Yeah.
So, they're coming out every so often now. All new cleaned up versions.
Lovely bit of the old refreshings.
Yeah.
So how's your week been?
I can't remember. It's all been a blur, to be honest. But yeah, my EP come out, so that was fun.
Hey, lovely.
Go listen to that, guys. Saint Remixed, and a life's been lifing.
That's
What
good.
about you?
The
Feature guests.
yeah, the drill rappers in the other studio are going at it.
Coming at it. Not in that way, I don't think, but never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, I can't really complain with my week. It is what it is. I'm so tired that mincing words together is a bit tough. I'm really just
wasted.
Yeah. There's very little effort left in me right now, to be honest.
Well, let's start the topics. Let's do that, shall we?
Let's go for it.
Now for the hottest topics.
Okay. Catholic Church's bankruptcy play.
Yes. So right now in the Americas of the United States,
Right.
they are having this little dilemma where the Catholic Church has been cutting through vulnerable young victims like a hot blade to butter, and to avoid compensating and coming to settlements, what the church parishes are doing is declaring bankruptcy,
Right.
so as to freeze the financial element of litigation and not pay people out for their are they called priests or fathers?
This is Catholicism, so it's going to be priest.
A priest, right? Yeah, so they're naughty priests, being naughty, and
Right.
the institute of the church is declaring bankruptcy. They're like, we're not paying you. And this is one of those tactics used by, I guess, let's say, financially savvy individuals who don't want to pay their debts.
Yeah. They just they don't want to, whatever wealth they've got left, they don't want to go to debt. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes as a person, your personal debts are one thing, but when you create a company, it's quite easy to have the debts fall on the company and then either close the company or just claim bankruptcy.
Well,
things written off.
A funny thing about bankruptcy, now this might be slightly different and it might be a form of bankruptcy, but I recently learned that when you, in the UK, anyway, this is just for the UK, but when you are committed to an IVA, insolvency voluntary agreement,
right,
they will gather all of the people that you people and organisations you owe money to, you have debt with, and they will consolidate that into a reduced percentage payment. So if you owe 20k, at the time of your financial assessment, if you can only afford to pay back 5k, they will then separate that 5k lump sum between them and say a 6-year contract, a 6-year term, where you would pay monthly towards that 5k debt. Okay. Now, if at any point your financial status changes, you earn more money or you earn less money, then you are to declare it, and they tweak it so that you end up paying more towards the overall or less towards the overall. Okay. If you were to have a windfall and you wanted to pay off, if
you get sucked in,
it goes right back all the way up, and you've got to pay it. But
so you can't work during bankruptcy. So how the fuck are you meant to pay the shit back?
Oh no, you can work during bankruptcy. You can work,
but just not too much.
You can work. You just can't work too much.
Because I'm thinking, just off top of my head, Katie Price. Yeah, I think she's in the bankruptcy. The papers all like, she's going on holiday. Yeah, but she's obviously working. Of course, this is what she does. So one of them ones. So it's hard to tell. Yeah, what people are doing, but I guess they keep eyes on you all the time.
Well, fun fact: a third party, be it friend, family, or organisation, can call up, make representation to pay off the debt according to what you owed. So without you having to declare that I'm earning more money. Well, let's leave it to those with IQ for them to understand what I'm saying by this. Yeah, because just giving it to
we're not financial advisors, obviously. So
absolutely not.
Don't say that you got the tips from us.
Absolutely not. So yeah, the Catholic Church is
fucked.
Yeah.
I'm reading now. It says Baltimore. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Maryland. I know it's Maryland to Americans.
Maryland.
I'm reading it in a British accent. It says Maryland.
Yeah.
Like the cookies.
Oh yeah.
We call them Maryland here. Or whatever. But yeah, they've got a new Child Victims Act which went into effect last week that removes the statute of limitations for child sex abuse lawsuits. Hallelujah. Yeah. Like everyone should do that, no? But a federal judge has now ruled to temporarily block the lawsuits against the Catholic schools, charities and parishes that are part of insurance plans with the Archdiocese of Baltimore, who is essentially, how can I put it, the Catholic's area manager for Baltimore.
Okay.
That's what the Archdiocese are. As the bankruptcy case proceeds, drawing criticism from survivors and advocates who say bankruptcy is used as a tactic in clergy abuse cases to curtail payouts and block the transparency. So because they're going through like bankruptcy, I guess if anyone sues you, because you're in a bankruptcy, you're already in appointment to the court and you're already, your shit's being worked out financially. All like lawsuits have to be paused because they're like, well, their assets and affairs are in the air right now anyway.
Yeah.
So you can't like lodge a complaint against someone who don't even like know what their balance is, or they're already in court for that anyway.
Yeah.
But it says a report last year found that at least 600 children suffered sexual abuse and physical torture by over 150 Baltimore clergy members over decades. 5 decades, 50 years. Yeah, I'm not shocked. Obviously, this is the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
This is a long-term issue. And I think I commented something, I actually saw a post about this and I did comment under it, and I keep forgetting I'm like verified. So my shit goes to the top anyway. People are like, all I did was write a scripture. That's all it is. Like it says in the Bible, like Jesus says, right, if anyone abuses a child, they might as well kill themselves. I mean, okay, it says whoever does that might as well tie a stone to their neck and throw themselves into the sea. What do you think that means? And this is Jesus who forgives everyone, but he's saying for paedophiles, you might as well kill yourself to avoid the punishment you're going to receive. But what I was getting attacked by was people saying this religion hurts children, this religion hurts people. How can you support these abusers by being a Christian? And I'm like, I'm not a Catholic, first of all. This isn't my church. And secondly, I just wrote a scripture talking about Jesus himself, God himself, talking about paedophiles are going to get such punishment that they might as well kill themselves. So, you know.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, the scripture?
Yeah.
Oh, let me find it.
But if you cause one of these little ones who trusts in me to fall into sin, it would be better for you to have a large millstone tied around your neck and be drowned in the depth of the sea. That is Matthew 18:6.
What, just for the people, then, the translation, does it say?
The translation?
KJV or NIV?
Right.
Because there's like, that same scripture will be quite harsher in another, whatever they call it, version of the Bible.
So the one that I just read was KJV.
Is it Matthew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matthew 18:6.
Right.
ESV is, but whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
NLT is the same.
Yep.
MSG is the same. CSB is the same.
See,
so
that's quite rare. The translations are like queuing up, but that's why, like, in all the things, I can forgive anything, honestly, except for that. I just can't. There's nothing there in me to forgive it. Like, nothing. There's nothing. Like, nothing. And now I know why, because the Lord himself said, you know, I ain't got nothing for him either.
Oh, okay. So in greater context,
right?
In greater context, it's not specific. This isn't specifically about just abuse. It's about whatever child you welcome, you should not allow them to fall into sin.
So the one I'm familiar with is whoever's to harm these little children who trust in me, you might as well fasten a stone to your neck and dash yourself into the sea. Like, that's the one I'm familiar with. When they say sin instead, sin is sin, right? It's it just means
whether they're thieving, whether you do that, whether you don't.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church, the Catholic criminal organization. Right. Because at this point, it's that's what it is. You have an international hit squad that as soon as they're reported, the cleanup crew sweeps in. Yeah. Cleans up any DNA, sends the priest on a sabbatical or some kind of therapeutic holiday in Thailand, Filipino. Oh no! You know the hotspots.
And they do as well.
They do, of course. They say, "Go get it out of your system and get back to work." It's I don't know. There's another topic that's closely, it piggybacks off of this, and I know that it's going to come up. I hope I can remember this. No, fuck it, I'm just going to say the phrase now whilst I'm at it.
Yeah, might as well.
We're all flapping around, right, saying, "Oh, this war in this end of the world, and another war on that end of the world." Meanwhile, you've got sexual deviants, paedophiles, people that are fucking up the futures of the next generation. Yeah. Just skipping under the radar whilst you're worried about, there's a war and you know, Israel's going to war. Ukraine's been at war for 2.5 years now.
Do you know what I mean?
Israel's seen an opportunity to finally turn these Palestinian zones, because the nation of Palestine is long gone. Yeah. They've
eroded them away.
Yeah.
As far as their structure, anyway.
Yeah. Is there a government? Is there a Palestinian army? Palestinian National Guard? Palestinian... I
think there's a prime minister right there.
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
They can't be. If Palestinians are going through checkpoints, going from like one zone to the other, right? Surely there's no government. Otherwise it would be a border. So going through Israel, like Israel.
So the current Prime Minister of Palestine is Mohammed Shatayyeh. and I'm just going to go ahead and just say, like, I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but he's been Prime Minister of Palestine since 2019.
I am speechless.
Right. So don't you think listen, I've seen so many from people I've followed posting support for Israel.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm like, whenever do I see these same people speak up on anything? Anything.
Never.
Like, sometimes I'll be putting back in the day, not so much now, but when I be posting my shit, you know what I mean? It's almost like, okay, this could throw people off, but do you know what? These same people are posting support for Israel and all of this. Think pieces talking about why is it, can say why is the jihadists or 9/11 considered terrorists, but when there's terrorists against Israel, it's not terrorism. I'm trying to say, like, the world view is in sympathy for Israel, like, or like Israel's the downtrodden one, and like Palestine's the big dominant. Like, what are they talking about? Like, I'm actually confused, and I'm like, were they brainwashed? Not brainwashed, because I just said I weren't as educated on the subject. I knew, like, kind of about the situation, but I said I didn't really know much. And when I found out, like, it's like Palestine all day, because it's not right. What's happening? Well, because Palestine, blew up a music festival, ain't all fair in love and war.
Exactly.
The war's war, you know, rest in peace to them people. Completely. But at the same time, like, I'm just confused.
You know, although this is going to sound heartless and cold and
Right.
you shouldn't say this, but the process of eradicating Palestine as a nation, as a Muslim nation in the Middle East at that,
Right.
begun in 1947. At the end of the Second World War, the big three, US, UK, France,
Right.
decided to allocate and give European Jews, Eastern European Jews,
Right.
their home native land, for it to be named Israel,
Right.
and for that land to coincide and overlap with, at the time, Palestine, which I can't tell you if it was colonized by the British or the French, or if they swapped hands at all, but between those three big nations, they felt that they had a right or a claim to allocate that land for the Jews to establish their nation of Israel.
Right.
And since then, the land was allocated as, you know, the West Bank and the infertile places was left to the Palestinians. Where Jerusalem, Bethlehem, where all the tourist hotspots and the fertile lands are, was given to the nation of Israel. And the boundaries has expanded gradually ever since, up till now, where what was Palestine is no more.
Right.
Like, Palestine is now, what, 2 boroughs? The size of 2 boroughs. I might be exaggerating.
Yeah, they've got the riverbank.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Just...
And them same streets they would have walked past as a youth, or these old people, like, it's now Israel, and they're being policed on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does say the British obviously had colonial mandate before, up until 48 and 47s when they did their shit, you know, their maniacal schemes.
There you go. So, if we're going to have an opinion on a section of the history of that region,
right,
let's make sure we double back and understand the cause and effect leading up to this outrage that we have here today. But for the outrageous, scandalous holiday that Germany took in from 1939 to 1945, Israel would not exist as Israel that we know it today.
No. Because again, a lot of it was built off of the back of, you know, and it's very, it's very like twisted, because you're accusing, not us, but to speak the truth of what actually happened, like are using their own people to get ahead.
Yeah.
So like the sympathy for a genocide, for instance, Now, again, there's not one race on the planet who has received the same sympathy for their genocide.
There
Not
isn't,
one.
yeah, no.
Like, not one.
No.
And this is what I was saying even before we got into all of this, like, on older shows. I was saying, like, the sympathy's not the same. Like, why do they get this so much sympathy? Because they're Caucasian.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that hard to figure out once you see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it, because the rest were brown. That's it. All the other genocides were like, oh, they're brown people. Who cares? That's war. That's life.
Yep.
And then the Palestine people, again, brown people. Let's remember, they're brown people. So, you know, I'm just confused. Are they just brainwashed by mainstream media in the sense of, like, America's Israel's ally, the British are Israel's ally. They've got all these allies talking about their propaganda as far as what's going on. And they're like, oh, Israel's this protected country and these Philistines, these Palestinians are so dirty. And, like, it's the same process of thought. All these people talk about Israel, they're like acting like all these skirmish goblins are like attacking the great kingdom of Israel. And it's like, you lot are actually racist without even knowing.
Yeah, because
Palestinians are just people.
Yeah, popular opinion.
Mad.
If the mainstream media pushes a narrative, most people will go with it and follow whatever their mainstream idol goes with.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner had posted something in support of Israel, and an hour later she deleted it. Now, the behind the scenes talk is that Layla Hadid, who would be pro Palestine, would have whispered something in her ear for her to delete it. However, it's Kylie Jenner. People have reposted. And journalists from the clip of what I'm referring to, the journalist is like, well, you see, the pro-Palestinian agendas have got social media stars who are showing support for Israel, like removing their posts because of political opinion.
Because they're bullied by pro-Palestinian. Like, shut up.
Yeah. This is not.
Do you know what I mean? Like, see how they switch it up, though. Yeah. Like, they think they're slick, man.
It's spin. You know, spin doctors. I don't know if they still have them, and they
publicists.
Publicists. There you go.
Yeah, it's just shocking, honestly. And again, like, people just don't care about brown people because they would research like I did, like just look into what's really going on down there. Like, what's really going on, not the fucking BBC, whatever. Like. I wanted to hear from the mouth of Israelis.
Yeah.
Who were speaking the truth. And you know, when they're speaking the truth, I bet Israelis going to be like, bitch, shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I heard. I heard the truth. And again, Palestinians are not attacking a pre-existing country that was there and, you know, it's against they've been at war because their country has been colonized inappropriately by permission to countries that have nothing to do with it, by the British basically handed them over, and they've been ethnically cleansing them and treating them like dogs in the streets. So, yeah, at least you'll get that, you know, true narrative somewhere, because everywhere is just saying the same thing right now, and I'm shocked.
They're on the same playbook as the Catholics. ploy after ploy. Well, no problem. It's the way of the world. Injustice. It's just injustice.
Yeah.
But let's go to the next topic, because this is way too much time to give these Philistines.
Yeah.
No. So next topic, Tupac's murder case. It looks like they're gonna bang a couple people up for it. Dwayne Keefe D.
Okay. Yep.
Had been on the circuit doing all sorts of interviews and making, you know, self-snitching basically. He self-snitched his way into federal indictment, and
why do people do these things?
Attention-seeking whores.
Like, it's like they hit a certain age, and then they're like, "Fuck it, I'm 50." Motherfucker, these people like are still doing the same shit. You can't talk about like fucking names and this and that and organisation. You can't do that. They're still existing, motherfucker. And you was a part of it, bitch.
Oh, you know when the flames of youth start to fizzle away,
And I swear, like Vlad TV and shit like that are like feds.
Well, that's been getting said for generations now. But
do you know what I mean? Just infiltrating the community, and this is what I'd be saying. Like, oh, sorry, I'm captivated by a winged creature.
That's a mosquito.
Yeah, I think so. It's a big one, isn't it? Yeah, feds. But all I saw, honestly, was Suge Knight saying, "I'm not saying nothing," basically.
Yeah.
Should we kill it, bitch?
It's gone behind the. Oh, you got it.
Right, that's
Okay.
It's a drug scene. I don't know what that is. A live.
A murder took place.
To give it a nice St. Lucian slap to the wall.
Just chuck it that way. Just whoosh. There we go.
Right. So Suge Knight was like, "I'm not saying nothing, so leave me alone," basically. You know?
Yeah. Do you know
he's
what?
in for life, and he's still not talking. Because why would he?
Mm. What is distasteful though is that now all of a sudden you've got the big names jump into Instagram and things to say we all knew, we did it, like we knew,
Oh
he
my
did, he was
days.
involved, rare. But in that time that you knew,
You said nothing.
you said nothing. So are you lying now or was you lying then?
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's mad. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It really is because people knew. Remember when so many people are talking like just gradually over years and years and years, and they're saying the same things. Like even people from opposite sides are saying the same things because it's like it was a setup.
Yeah, P Diddy.
Well, Diddy set Biggie up for sure. For sure.
No, but we're talking.
That's what I think anyway. You know, my opinion.
Yeah.
Because they might think I'm saying it legit. I don't know. But yeah, like I feel like
what I wasn't clear on is that this QFD guy is a West Coast gangster who claims to have been in the car that shot Tupac and Suge Knight, but in his testimony or witness statement, whatever,
right.
he's claiming an well, it's conjecture that P Diddy ordered that. No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Because there are people who have names. I'm not good with names, but there are people who have done interviews who were part of the arrangements, like not to get him killed, but like for the label setting up, like because it was the worst time to go out there. It was a very specific thing, and it was so basically Biggie was getting not cool, but him and a lot of people on the other side didn't really have that many issues. Mm-hmm. He actually wanted to work with someone, and it's me going from my brain. So apparently Biggie wanted to work with someone. He also wanted to leave Bad Boy.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that was going on at the time.
Yeah.
And Biggie weren't shook to go over there at all. He used to go over there all the time, to the West Coast, all the time.
Okay.
And he never got trouble in person, ever.
Okay.
So there's people who said, like Diddy just wanted them to go over. And Biggie was even going to work with someone over there, just on his own tip. And everyone's saying, obviously, Diddy, in his sick brain, would have thought royalties, would have thought, let me set this up, would have thought there's people after me, because people were shooting this, and all these problems, a lot of it was for Diddy. It weren't even for Biggie. Okay. It's for Diddy. People hated Diddy. They still hate him. Do you get me? So it's all of that as well. I would love to bring maybe a later date, the YouTube, whatever, and I can tell people go watch him. But yeah, there's a few people, even what's her name? Not what's her name, I like her a lot. Charlie Baltimore. So she was with him at the time. Like she was the girl he was dating when he died.
Okay.
Wasn't Faith, wasn't Kim.
Yeah.
It was Charlie. Or maybe Kim, actually. I think it was Charlie and Kim. But even she said, like, they used to go together, like it was... Anyway,
Jada's still at it.
Oh, with the Tupac thing?
Yeah.
Ain't she writing a book, I heard?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Someday...
Unless she's saying in the book, I fucked him, we don't want to know anymore. You were friends or what? Like, why has she for years been dragging this shit out?
But they were fucking... She was...
Has she said that, though?
Yeah, she was... They were in a relationship.
I know Will said, I was jealous of, on a Red Table Talk back in the day. I was jealous of their relationship or whatever, even though he died by the time they were together. Mm-hmm. But in the sense of that guy who she always thinks about, like, had took care of her and I don't know.
if you're not
Jealous of a dead man.
well, if you're not that very first, puppy love that turns into actual adult love.
Yeah.
If you're not that guy, don't even worry about that. That's not.
What can you do? People have got exes.
Yeah, that's an unlock code achievement that you're never going to get.
Yeah.
So don't
Yeah.
worry about uncertainties and impossibilities.
But clearly he wasn't enough for her, or vice versa, because they've had like this weird open marriage situation that they've been toying with the public and all this shit,
Yeah.
So clearly they're not enough for each other. Let's just say that.
They're enough.
But yeah, I think I did see an update. Something, he's been charged, the main guy they've arrested and whatever, and whoever the detective is on that, and they've been putting in their work. They must be a fan.
No,
Good old Tupac.
He's given them.
Did I work at a crack this motherfucking case in New York?
He literally gave them the case. Keefy D's big fat mouth gave them the case. They were going to close it. They were within the year of
He ain't
closing.
gonna survive jail. Oh no, he ain't in jail. No, he ain't gonna survive. Period. Keefy D,
Nah,
mate. Oh,
no, he's not.
he's the reason. Then solely.
Yeah, and
Wow.
oddly enough, it's like, okay, condolences to the family.
Condolences to him.
There's everything for Tupac. There's some justice, but I don't actually view.
No,
I
but
don't
here's
see
the
this
thing.
as justice.
Well, no, because they weren't civilians. They don't deal with police. They're gangs. Their laws. They don't run by the laws of the land. They run by the laws of their group.
Yeah,
Police shouldn't be involved in this at all, as far as they're concerned. So it's not justice for anyone, because the police have, as far as they're concerned, from their perspective, are nuzzled in their nose into something that they've either dealt with or are dealing with. It's got fuck all to do with the law. That's the point of it all. So yeah, you're right. It's not. It's actually not justice,
no.
because it all's fair in love and war,
Exactly.
as they say. So, right.
If it's Israel, just skip it because fucking.
Yeah, next topic is stop oil protests at Les Miserables.
Yes, so these hemp wearing, no deodorant wearing, matted heads, smelly bastards causing chaos at the theatre.
The hippies.
The hippies. They're worse than hippies.
Oh.
Because at least the hippies will congregate in a field and in the woods. And
Oh my days, yeah. Do you remember that time they were out there?
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
All
it scares
chanting.
me. I thought it was a witch circle. Because they all got candles and sitting and playing a guitar and and I'm like, what is this?
I wonder if they're going to do it again this year.
I was like, Satan's come for me.
Satan's Covenant.
The cupboard's outside.
Yeah, at least, but seriously, at least with the hippies,
Yeah.
they kept themselves to themselves. Yeah, they might have had a parade here and there,
Yeah.
but they remained respectful enough that they weren't doing what the Stop Oil people are doing.
Yeah. Stop Oil are very corporate and militant about their shit, you know.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
They just stormed up on the stage and interrupted. They are funny though. To say it is funny to say all these actors in the lighting and then suddenly you go stop. It's like funny. So I think all the people got refunded, or come back tomorrow
Yeah.
type thing. They didn't continue. Like they shut that shit down.
Imagine you're supposed to go in for an operation the next day and Stop Oil's come and thrown a spanner in the works.
Yeah. It's how the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. But it worked because they got the promotion they wanted.
Yeah.
That's all they do it for. Because I was trying to find why that play, and there wasn't a reason. It's just because it's the biggest, comeback. It's probably just come back, and it's probably like their first week. So all eyes are on that play, and they're just like, let's do it.
So did they buy tickets, throw their vests on?
Yeah, most
Okay.
likely. They hid,
Yeah.
did it covert, Assassin's Creed style, and then, boom, just like that.
That one musical act where everyone's looking forward to it. It's the show's soundtrack.
Yeah, I don't think that one's cheap.
No, it's not. That's the thing.
Listen, there's only one musical I'll ever go see in my life, and that's The Wiz. And that's only because I like The Wiz. I hate musicals. I fucking hate them. Especially the films where it's like singing and stuff. I'm like, shut up. I don't know why. I like my music and my acting separate, unless it's The Wiz, because I just think that film's sick and all the music is sick.
Yeah.
Like there's no like break between, oh, this is acting, this is music. It's just one amazing flow of like, you know.
That's me getting the Strepsil out.
But yeah.
My throat's really.
And I feel like I'm losing my voice as well.
So the smelly, dirty French have had a bedbug infestation. It's been all over the news over there, right? The Eurostar's infected with bedbugs. The underground.
French have just got bedbugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
and guess what?
Stay away from me.
Luton has recently announced an dramatic increase of reports of bedbugs. So the infestations, it's here. It's landed. It's here.
All the hotels they've been staying in are fucked.
Yeah. Most of the hotels in Paris have.
All the one-night stands they've been going, they're fucked.
Yep.
Oh,
Bedbugs. So, the new hustle is getting into pest control. Because you go buy yourself some chemicals and equipment right now, you're making a killing.
Or like shit. I'm sure you could get some on Amazon that's going to kill off the bed bug.
Yeah, but it's not as good as the industrial stuff.
Oh, bed bugs, yeah. Never met a bed bug, hallelujah. But like, can you imagine?
You can literally see them. They're big enough for you to see them.
Oh my God! Listen, I can't even imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Imagine waking up in your comfort. Oh Lord God, did they bite you?
Yeah, they drink your blood.
Satan did this.
Bed bugs look like black and flat, but when they've eaten, drunk your blood, they're they almost look like ants, but a little compact, smaller ant. You know, with a big swollen abdomen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no French people coming at me, please. There's a no French allowed policy on me for the next month to 6 weeks. Whatever it says on the tin, whatever's going to kill off the... stay away.
Yeah, but they're just fucking bed bugs.
Must be all the cheese they're eating, who knows?
That's racist.
That is so racist. Okay, Orpa.
What's she doing now?
Orpa Winfrey. So
are they in the basement? Have they cracked open the cellar?
No, unfortunately not. So obviously everyone knows about the charity thing in Hawaii. Everyone knows about all that crap. That time she didn't open up the gate.
Yeah.
All of that. So basically when they're talking about it, not these things specifically, when they talk about her, I think this is a rumour and I hope it's not true.
Yeah.
I think she's convinced Britney to do an interview.
Oh no.
And after what she did to Whitney, or put it to Whitney, what she did to like Michael, she did to all these people, yeah. Brandy.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good, but must be money. Orpa's not going to give up. She gets what she wants. Anyway, so they show on the TV in the news like these two houses, like this is her home in Maui.
Yeah.
She lives in the center of the island. That's just two little houses, right? She owns like acres and acres and acres of land. Mm-hmm. So much that it should have cost like just too much money. She got it for $6 million on the sly, on some dodgy shit.
Yeah.
And apparently Hawaiians have been against this shit since she bought the land, because they're like, you bought like all of this motherfucking like the core of Hawaii for $6 million. Like what? And this is in the last decade.
Yeah.
Impossible. So anyway, it's an island. There's limited space. Anyway, she's not the only one. There's plenty of celebrities who have bought a lot of land in Hawaii privately to the point where it's like so much. If you see a map of it. Anyway, she is now like, I think people want to sue her. Because it's almost like, this is what she did as well. So when the wildfires and all this was happening, what she did is go down to the local shelters.
Yeah.
And the policy was to keep all media out. No media was allowed to do none of that shit. They're like, leave us alone, leave the people alone. It was official.
Yeah.
She took down a camera crew of her own, filmed, like, she went to some and they wouldn't let her in with the cameras. She got into one. She went in with the cameras and she said, like, her cameraman's questioning her, like, how is this, madam? How is it going? And she's like, oh, this is, really bad. And, like, all of this shit she's doing. And then talking about, when people donate clothes, sometimes they don't need clothes. So I've been to Walmart and Costco and I've bought pillows and I've bought this and that. And I'm sitting here like, you are worth like 2 billion.
Yeah.
You could
rebuild the island
within a matter of months. All she'd have 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? That's what fraction is that of her wealth? What is that? Is it just less than 1%? 10%? Yeah. I mean, what?
Yeah, it'll be
100 million out of a billion. That's 10%.
10%.
So if you add another billion, that's 5% of her income or wealth. Sorry, current wealth can just like do Hawaii up twice over in like 3 months.
Do you know? I read somewhere.
Yeah.
That most millionaires also live paycheck to paycheck, like how the average Joe working his 9 to 5 might work paycheck to paycheck. So do they, but they live.
But is it because of their net worth is high, but their cash is low?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you've got all these shiny things.
Yeah. That they've worked for 20 years. They bought the house, bought the cars, bought the this, bought the that, but
there's payments on them, there's debts on them.
They got to work for the cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So their turnover, even if their turnover's highest in the millions, what your take home is actually like the same as the average Joe. It's just that you will have a harder and faster fall from grace.
Yeah.
If you're a delinquent on your payment.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Is it a myth now of this like celebrity culture thing? Is it a myth in the sense that like the actors are really having to act again? Like even the big ones who really should be retired are really like having to work hard. Absolutely. And I know it's because of money. Absolutely. I just know it. Like I know it's for the money, and because the jobs are quite thin. Mm-hmm. And with all this shit that under strikes ended now, they can go back to work. But like,
what really stuck out for me in terms of achieving financial independence and financial stability is the one-hit wonders and those that had 1 or 2 albums and got out of their contracts or just fell into obscurity, because those are the ones that, unless they come up as, they're MC Hammer broke, they're living out of bins, like they're the ones that you see.
Well, the ones who made their money in, say, 80s, 90s, majority wise, then the 2000s was like, all right, and then they're just like cemented by then. Yeah. So they've always got opportunities. Like if they did their money well, they were able to live it out quite well in the sense of like the housing costs there. Like back then they were still paying a lot because the budgets even just for like a music video was a lot. Yeah. So, and then sales were great for everything. So if they held on to that, everything they bought back then would be worth a lot more now. So they are laughing. Yeah. The nouveau riche, I think are even maybe doing better than some of the like actors who are in their 40s now. Yeah. Like they're not in the 50s in the sense of like a Robert De Niro, but they're like, still
like Adam Sandler. Those came just after. So the Ben Afflecks, Adam Sandler.
Or like Cassandra Bullock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they probably got 1, 2, 3 houses, but they probably still do have to work, especially if they're raising kids, to keep it all up. Maybe once or twice a year, but I feel like they're having to do, maybe they could have took 1 or 2 jobs a year. I feel like these actors on that level are having to take 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
And series as well. That was embarrassing in the beginning. See how long it took for all these big movie stars to creep into TV shows now. Yeah. Because at first, I think the first one who really did it was Halle Berry. Yeah. When she did that extant, that alien one. And everyone was like, Halle Berry in a TV show?
Yeah.
We pay movie tickets for this bitch, like a TV show, an episode a week. But now everyone's doing Nicole Kidman, Jennifer Aniston.
How the mighty have fallen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, again, the lifestyles that we maintain,
Yeah.
we can comfortably say most people live on the higher end of what they can afford. So
Yeah.
if you're earning 35k, your expenses is likely to be 34, and you're only actually keeping a fraction of your earnings, and you're depleting it buying food, buying clothes,
But their
buying
credit's
stuff.
tied up
Yeah.
in the same amount. Or 10 grand lower,
Yeah.
20 grand in debt or some shit.
And then I think those that seem to have that longevity are the ones that they get into the businesses that take care of themselves.
Yeah.
A good couple of those.
Yeah.
And then they still live below their means.
Yeah.
So it's like, from the outside looking in, you'd think, this person's so stingy. They've got 5 businesses going. They're cooped up in a little 2-bedroom flat. And
Yeah. But do you know what? I do think the excess was, again, a cultural thing depending on the decade. By saying that, not really. I don't know. Like, if I was any of them, I'd be fine with a big, like a house you're going to have for 20, 30 years with the space to accommodate. A guest home somewhere, like to go on holiday. That's it. That's it. As far as the homes are concerned, I don't need 3, 4, 5 homes. For what?
that's Airbnb.
Right.
You don't even need a guest home.
You can just buy an RV or some shit. And just go on tour, just be a normal person still. That's it. Like, have the big house and all that, but like, fucking hell, buy a nice car, like, get the solid things, then live like a normal person. The ones with the staffs, like, if you can have a staff before the staff, do it all day. But like, house manager, housekeeper, chef, pool cleaner, topiary cutter, pruner. Like, I've just named 6, 7 people just for the yard. It's too much.
Okay, well, whether they go back to the 9 to 5 or this or that, it really seems to come down more.
They're doing what they love.
Yeah, there you go. What you love, your relationship with money. So this next, we're just going to skip on now. The next topic is fueled in bias and personal opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It is not a piece of news, but the topic is public appearance.
Public appearance.
Yes. So how, the young lady, the bodacious young lady in the airport.
Oh, the airport lady.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's actually, I do know. There is a trend going around right now of females, particularly of African descent,
Right.
in the public, just dressed indecently, whether it's a bonnet, whether it's
Right.
pom-pom shorts and pajamas, or the skimpiest little sports bra with pom-pom shorts that, the pom-pom shorts that look like thongs.
Yeah.
Like, you're wearing that out your house, and you,
like, no one can see you.
yeah, you want respect.
They just woke up out of bed, let's be honest.
Yeah. Put on those big furry sliders and waddle their way out into the world with their phone in hand.
Yeah, that's definitely, I don't know, like a newer thing. That was more, I'm going to just say, it was more of a white people thing back in the day. You see them walking down the road in a dressing gown and some slippers to get their milk. They don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess they got away with it. I never used to see, like,
No.
anyone else. Let's just put it that way. Do you? But now, yeah, all the time. But this lady was in the airport. She was just had this, like, what would you call it? Stretchy dress on, and it was riding up. And as it's riding up, half of her ass is showing, and all you see is legs and bum cheeks. Like, there's no clothes, there's nothing. Yeah. There's not even underwear, as far as I can see. And everyone's going, no, she's got skin-coloured tights on. I'm like, shut up. Do you know why? The excuse to say why she got tights on? Because there's no cellulite and no dimples.
Well,
First of all, okay, Let's just get real. Why all the rest of you types of women are used to cellulite and your dimples on your legs and ass? Listen, African woman can be like twice a white, like an average white woman's size, and she could be 60, and it'll be sitting up. It'll be, her skin will be tight as a drum. Like, did you lot not know this? Like,
I didn't know.
Yeah. Compared to the alternative races, it's just the truth. It's the truth. You know, that's why people say black don't crack, because it seldom does. You know,
Black don't crack unless you smoke it.
unless you smoke it. You
It's
know,
terrible.
but yeah, see, I mean, put some clothes on.
Don't
See,
walk out your house without your clothes on. I told you.
don't. Destiny's
And funnily enough, in that particular music video, the clothes that the antagonist in the video was walking out in is literally what is the norm.
She got cussed. Someone cussed her not too long ago about that song, because it's just it's a shaming women in the whole song. That's the way people see it now. Back in the day, it was like, yeah, we'll put some motherfucking clothes on.
When did decency and appropriate conduct become shaming?
Yeah. But everyone's like, Beyonce now is saying she's covered in watermelon seeds. So, like, she's disgusted now. Like, she's worse than Rihanna, in my opinion. Just low key, like, people don't clock it. But, yeah, she's now a nasty girl. Put it that way.
How the mighty have fallen.
You know she wrote that one, because that one was like, you know, that's Beyonce's attitude.
Do you know, with the way that social norms and media norms is going, we're not going to get to enjoy an equivalency of the Golden Girls like Motown's Golden Girls, Motown's classics would be. So when, let's say, people born in the 40s,
right,
like they're Golden Girls today, I have them all in my head. I can picture them, the Tina Turners, I was about to say Angela Bassett, but Aretha Franklin,
like Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross,
come on, you see all of these calibers of women,
legends.
Yeah, they did their running around. They weren't twerking and clapping cheeks.
No,
but they were. Tina Turner's, really short dressed, had the silver dress.
That's where Beyonce got from.
Yeah, that in your prime, where you're in that window to conduct yourself like that, you've done it. But you've transitioned into wonderful, elegant ballroom dresses and performances that show your talent and ooze respect and admiration. Yeah. You're not.
Mariah Carey, for instance, she used to did her thing back in the day, and then she kind of went ball gowns.
Yeah, I remember the Loverboy. Is it Loverboy?
Loverboy.
I remember that video.
What's Get Your Number?
Yeah,
barely clothed. Yeah, she's barely clothed in like
exactly. And now today, you could comfortably sit and watch an interview with her in the trust that at some point the interview's not going to go left and she's going to start talking about I ate my man's ass. And,
listen.
But Beyonce will be doing, if she doesn't hit the brakes on this.
See, I can't get used to it either, and I still, like, put it this way, I thought the way you commonly speak at home can be bad if, out of context.
Yeah.
Like at the kitchen table or whatever. But, like, the way people talk publicly now.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it should be shot.
I feel like a prude. Like, I feel like hold on a minute. I did not need to know that about you, about, like, nothing. Like, it just wasn't necessary at all. And people are so, like, desensitized. Talking about just eating us, like, on a big platform as well. Like a big, I don't know, radio interview, TV, not on TV, but, like, just rankness.
Mind you, I don't watch TV, and I don't think you do either.
Not really.
So we're not actually tuning in for the 11 o'clock talk shows
to see
and
what's
this
on.
and that. They're probably the innuendos are less like innuendos.
Yeah.
In comparison to when we may have stumbled across the Tonight Show or whatever, or Chatty Man, because Chatty Man was quite bad.
Yeah, because that was like, what, 11? 10, 11? And he was quite smart with it as well, wasn't he? Like he can, because he's a comedian.
Yeah, it was disguised in humour, but it was vulgar.
Yeah, very. I don't know. It was classy. Like even back in the day, yeah, British sitcoms were very rude, but like classy in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like it's very blatant. We're being sarcastic. We're mocking this.
Yeah.
Like, but now it's like disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah. So, and what's this about the Gen Z? Are just so quick and easy. Like OnlyFans to them is like
YouTube.
No, it's like. Say one was a designer and was designed a clothesline, and they post their first photo of like the first piece or whatever, and they want to see if it like goes well, if people like it, because then they'll put out the rest of the clothing line. This is how Gen Z are treating OnlyFans. They'll put out a first trap.
Yeah.
Like I follow a couple of people, and out of nowhere they just like put up like barely any clothes on pictures, and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, that was successful. I'm starting OnlyFans. Subscribe. This is what they're saying to their people. And I'm like, it's just that easy for you lot. Like, has sex work really been that normalised to these lot? How? When did that happen?
The media.
Like,
if you think about it.
What's an 18-year-old to us now? That's 12 years.
Yeah.
So in the 12-year gap.
Mm-hmm. It's actually even less than that.
All bets are off.
It's less than that. I'm not going to do the mental maths.
22. So like.
No, I'm not going to do
9 years. 8-9 years.
Yeah. Think about it. In 2014. No, let's go back further because I made this point with the Israel topic, so I'm going to make this point again.
Right.
Let's not pin this on Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian did it best. But before Kim Kardashian, who was there?
Before Kim? Well, there was an Instagram.
Paris Hilton.
Oh, like who was the first?
Yeah.
Her,
and before Paris Hilton,
Pamela
Anderson. Now, before Pamela Anderson, I think it's the porn star from Deep Throat. That 70s, like the name Deep Throat was the movie's name. The actress was named Deep Throat for the new.
So it's that famous porn star rather than a famous celebrity who had a sex tape.
Yeah. So the transition from blue movies and the adult movie industry was the crossover when when Pamela Anderson, who was the model, who then became Kid Rock's, girlfriend, Rockstar's girlfriend.
Right.
You've gone from being a prestige beauty for the catwalks and for designer brands to being a rock star's girlfriend, to being in a sex tape, to then being the equivalent of,
Because did it come out when she was on Baywatch, or was it after?
It was after.
Oh, it was after.
Yeah, it was after. It was, in all fairness, it was technically in like her...
Did she continue acting after that?
Yeah. Pamela Anderson kept on working. She's done cameos in rather big movies. I think
I've seen
The Hangover and things like that. She's
just not her own, because she was the star of Baywatch. Come on.
Yeah, them titties.
Her and Hasselhoff or whatever.
Them titties, man. But I digress. So yes, then the next phase of
because she was a bombshell. So the sex was an illusion.
Yeah.
No one knew who had touched her, who hadn't. So you could viably want her. Even the women wouldn't mind. Because they're like, fucking hell, she's bombshell. But as soon as everyone's seen you do it, you're a whore.
Yes.
And now, the patriarchy are like, yes, we like to fancy you, but if you're actually doing it, you slag. You know what I mean? You're just filth.
Just like...
We want our women hidden, We don't want to see all of that. It turns them off. Women don't get that, about some men. That they want mystery. Like, that was kind of the point of a feminine allure, was they can balance that.
It's
But it just did occur to me that, remember, before the internet, porn was VHSs.
Yeah.
So you could hide it. So if all adults hid their porn, no children ever know it existed until they did find out and then go to buy one, and then you still got to be so it's very protected. Now if it's going digital, we can't hide anything anymore.
No, you can't.
Anything. So human society is completely on like that, flipped over.
The internet
We can't be demure anymore.
No.
We actually can't. Where are we gonna hide anything anymore? All the secrets are digital now.
Yep. You're fucked.
Yeah, we could have burnt all the porn. Like, everyone could have just burnt all their porn tapes and it wouldn't exist no more. If everyone just said, stop doing it, that's it. If there were no internet. Where now it's like, no, that's, if there's one, it's there forever.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
I think when it comes to porn has a way of, if you go porn free for long enough,
It shocks you.
Yeah, you're likely to become a healthy, functioning person. If you're not a healthy, functioning person and you go porn free for long enough, then you will probably go and start killing animals and then work your way up to, you know, the hardcore stuff.
The larger, you know.
The larger prize. But,
you know.
But, yeah. I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah.
It's a cancer
anymore. Like, it's like, do you join them? Do you not?
Yeah, it's a cancer that has spread, and now it's in the bloodstream.
Yeah,
like there's
like it's shocked me, man. It is, because I'm like, who the fuck? Like the shame that would come up. Like, what? Your families ain't gonna just like disown you. Like, you can just start an OnlyFans this week because you feel like it.
Yeah,
you're a good like 22. You're just like, was just a normal person before, now you're a whore.
Yeah, but fair,
like, where is the line? That is a really, do you know what it took for people to sell themselves before? Hardship, extreme motherfucking hardship.
Drug abuse.
Like, all you can think of, trauma, like, it took a lot to get there. Yeah. Now it's just like, yeah, just cause.
I blame COVID.
I mean...
COVID.
I blame music.
And society.
I blame music.
Music.
Yep. Yeah,
well,
all these non-music making people don't realize that this shit really is like hypnotism. Spell work.
If we're blaming music, unfortunately, you can only blame hip hop.
You know,
you can only blame hip hop.
R&B's got it's more disgusting and more disgusting. Like, I'm ashamed. Legit. R&B. Listen, maybe it is dead because filth, like the filth. I don't, Chris Brown. I don't want to hear how far your tongue went up her like canal. Like, I don't want to hear Trey songs, like, you know what I mean, talking about, I don't know, I just don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear the girl, I don't want to hear, honestly, I don't want to hear about masturbation, overall. Like, I just don't want to hear this in my R&B. It just never was. The thing about R&B, you could be as explicit as you wanted if you sang in code. So if you disguised it, in some smart ass lyrics that the kids, it goes right over their heads, and then the adults are like, oh yeah, looking at their partner like, yes bitch, like this is what we're doing tonight. And the kids are like none the fucking wiser. Even the music videos didn't allude to too much. It was an art. Now R&B is some just hip hop singing hip hop. Even if it's the most sweetest beat and her voice, or
my
his
pussy
voice
pink,
is amazing.
My booty hole brown.
The things they're saying is like, no, you sang that sweetly, but the only one who could get away with that was R. Kelly.
Yeah.
He's the only singer, man or woman, that could say, bitch, I'm gonna this, that. And no one noticed, like, he was talented that way.
Said, I'm gonna piss on you.
And people wouldn't even notice somehow. I don't know, he was very good at that. You know what I mean? But R. Kelly, and this is when we didn't know about his shit. This is what everyone would say. He's the only one who can cuss in R&B and sound good still, and he doesn't detract from it.
You know that love come down? Ooh, you make my love come down. I really had one of those maturity moments when listening to it before the lyrics actually hit my brain and I deciphered it.
Yeah.
I was so shocked.
What's that Minnie Riperton song? It's really filthy, but you would never know it. It's called Come Inside, first of all.
Oh my God.
And it's a very, like, you know, goosebumpy song, but you would never think she was talking about that because she's doing like high notes and all sorts of shit, and it's so like classy. And it's like, what? As I'm an adult, I was like, no. But yeah, like, I've sworn in my songs. Because as far as I was concerned, that's as far as you should go. You can say fuck, or you can say shit, or you can say, you know what I mean? But like explicit descriptions of sexual relations or colour of genitals or just don't need it. Just
true.
And I feel like it is turning everyone into whores. I do.
It is.
It is. It really is.
Obviously, there's slices of society and of YouTube narratives that would say otherwise. They'll be like, it's the degradation of the family and it's this and it's that. Which
that's part of the story,
It's part of it. It's one big shit missile that needs to be looked at objectively, subjectively, and make the fixes.
It's like why all the big labels are only signing rappers. You remember for this last, 10 years, only signing rappers.
Yeah.
If you're on a singer, if you're this, it's harder, 10 times harder to get signed. Well, now they're switching from that to Afrobeats artist.
I see.
And then watch Afrobeats come nasty soon. Watch it come like dancehall and watch it come like that. Because this is what these labels are doing, man. They've got agendas.
I've seen the emergence of Afro rock. Like, yeah, heavy metal guitars, bass guitars, drums in the background. I was supposed to go uni.
Oh, Lord.
So drugs. OT bop. Get my spot popping.
And even drill, in hip hop, gangster rap. They'll talk about what they're doing, how they kill someone, or what not. But it was in a coded way still.
Yeah,
you're using slang or whatever. Drill, so half of them sound like fucking torturers. Half of them sound like psychopaths.
Mm-hmm. They are.
Like they should be in ball stools. So like they should just be in the nut ass.
Yeah.
You know.
I get man down with my ZK chingum splash. Two man on a man and
actually, anyway, I thought this was an old topic. It's not Virgin's cabin crew.
Yeah.
Being exclusively of black origin.
Yes. So the pilots, the air crew, because I'm not going to say
someone said it's the soul plane. I don't know who. But someone whispered that into my ear.
Well, UK's Black History Month is in October.
Yes.
So for anyone that is listening from the US, in the UK, Black History Month is October. It's not February.
Yeah.
Which, that's something that actually...
Celebrate both. That's what I say.
Say both.
Celebrate both.
Oh, God. Do you know what?
Black all the time, so... You're not black for 1 month of the year.
I just I was a bit irked because you can agree on Father's Day, Christmas, New Year's, Mother's Day, St. Patrick's Day. You can agree on all of these universal days, Women's Day,
but
Pride Day, Pride Month.
Yeah.
But you can't agree on...
They should have moved it to an International Black History Month.
Yeah.
A long time ago, really.
Yeah, but I've gone off topic. That's poor etiquette.
I do want more budgets and shit. They need to put more money into Black History Month. Last year was shit. The year before I saw a lot, but last year it was almost like nothing. And it was like, wait a minute. Do you know what I mean? Just anything. Just like, I like seeing events. I like seeing stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just good.
Frankly, I'm talking about it, but in truth, from way there before I even had an opinion to form, I didn't care and I didn't understand why does black people need a month, and in that month, you're gonna spend 31 days, teaching black people and all the other races. Where everyone
basically has to go along and be like, okay, all the racists are like, okay, you can have your month. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not going to beat you up that month. They're not going to call you the N-word that month. Like, it's a part of integration, societal integration. That's what I always thought of it as, anyway, being mixed or whatever. I was always like that. And obviously I did racism stuff when I was younger. So it was always like, Black History Month. Like, we're all, at least where I was from, or either African, West Indian, it was like, this is about all of us. It's,
Yeah, but so what?
And I don't know about like an Asian Day or like a Chinese, I don't know about none of that.
Don't get me wrong, right? Actually, get me as wrong as you want. There is not one single group of low-life cockroaches on this planet that is worth having a month dedicated to them. Not the gays, not the Jews, not the blacks, not the Asians, not the... You're all...
The Native Americans, because that is their land.
No,
They
not
should
them.
have a day.
No, not them.
At least, because they're turning Columbus Day into Indigenous Peoples Day. About time.
Okay.
About time.
I give zero fucks about it, because you know what? There are monsters within every single denomination of people on this earth. We're people. Like, let's try and stop this whole...
Those are white people's day. White people's day.
By that logic, by the logic of giving it to all these minorities, there should be.
I'm staying inside that day.
The majority of white people are not slave masters, are not like Sith lords.
It's white people's day every day.
Is it really?
Yes, every fucking day.
Is it really?
Yes. If you don't ignore the people walking past you in the street, you will see them acting up. And they're allowed to act up. They're allowed to push past you on the bar. They're allowed to do what they want to this day.
Oh, come on. The blacks are doing that every single... Have you seen the school kids and the teenagers?
I had to travel during that time today, and sweaty children need to just like... And these bus drivers need to stop packing up, like, all these years, and they're still packing off buses, like, telling everyone move down. They just press a button now. It's like, move down the bus,
inside the bus.
And it's like, there's no seats, there's no room. Someone's going to get hurt here.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
They want...
Scan that Oyster card, bitch.
They literally want for it to be like the Japanese bullet trains on the buses.
Yeah.
Be like, just cram in there.
Listen, and this is desperado time. I've never had to like on a train, but on a bus, no, never. Wait for the next one.
Listen, I get panic attacks on public transport.
Yeah, claustrophobic. I hate it, to be honest. I hate it.
The whole time I'm on that bus, if I don't have music in my ears, I'm envisioning who am I knocking out first to get out the door. If this person steps on me, I make excessive movements to show them. Go through that path to get off the bus. Don't try and cut behind me and make me jump this way and that way. No.
The worst thing is when there's seats and someone comes sit next to you, and you're like, oh my days, you could have sat anywhere. And then I got to look like the weird one for getting up moving from you. Do you know what I mean? On war, I'm just going to fucking sit here.
I always thought that person has chose to sit there because they feel safest next to their peer. And if they've misidentified you...
doing that to me. Blacks, whites, Asians, old people are the worst. Because I'm sorry, guys, but you're deteriorating. And it smells.
Wow, I didn't think we'd go that low.
We went there. Okay?
Is us low?
It's true.
So the smell of death.
There was no lie. Death is approaching, and I can smell it, and it's a lot.
I like the old people that are honest and truthful to them and themselves. Like,
listen, they're rude and they're allowed. Like, they're allowed, I guess.
Call me a nigger at 85.
Still watch your motherfucking mouth, because there's levels to this shit. I will still punch you in the mouth and you could be 80.
Oh, God forbid.
We're going to give you a fight for your life. Never thought you had it easy, bitch. Keep that fucking L-word or whatever, sand monkey or whatever you're calling me, in the fucking pocket. Bitch. I will fuck you up at 85. It's not even a problem.
My God. No. Those bones will snap like toothpicks. You are going on holiday.
There are some 85-year-olds that are in good nick, mate.
Yeah.
Good fucking nick. You might have to fucking, you know what I mean? Catch your breath or something with them. They've got 8 years on you of fighting experience. They've been fucking bitches up for 8 years. You know? They're the best at the backhanders, they are. Because they're used to doing it to their girlfriends and their wives. For like 40 years before it got outlawed. Like the smoking ban, it just got outlawed.
Imagine if laws only affected the generation that voted that law in.
That's how it should be. I'm not joking.
Yeah. You reckon?
Why not? We all think differently. Generations are all different. We all change. You do that and I'll do this. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah. That could work.
I don't believe in universal laws for everyone. That's why Jesus come and broke the law. I don't live under the law, but I've still got to live under the law of the land as a Christian. That makes no sense. It makes zero sense. It's complete. What do you call it? Oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, my God's law is better than the land's law. So, I'm doing all right, but I could be doing better. Put it that way. But I think that was the last one.
Yes, that was.
So go and stream Saint Remixed.
Yeah, go stream that. Download.
Yeah, we're going to go to an ad break and that. And be right back.
Streaming now, the new audio drama and upcoming book series, Starlight. Join Fox and the crew navigate new challenges among the stars, traveling to new worlds and facing the deadly Rephem. Warping to you twice a month, featuring a range of talented voices and narrated by musician and author of the series, Saint. Listen now on Samsung, Audible, Spotify, and more. See you on board, Starlighters.
Welcome back to Vexxed Uncensored with me, Saint.
And me, Moe Vader.
And we are in the second part of the show, the Vex moment. Say,
Would you like to go first or should I? Because I actually had a bit of I'm going to jeopardize my personal life.
oh, nice. It's a juicy one.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
three or four.
Should I go first then?
Yes, go.
So I think I've only got a couple.
Okay, go for it.
It's the slanderous, the insatiable, the problematic, the honest, and downright uncensored Vexxed moments.
Okay, so my first one is pretty light. It's Big Brother. Came back on last night. And I think it ain't been on in 10 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, the last time I feel like it was almost like 10 years ago on Channel 4.
But look at all the
Right?
catastrophes.
Channel 5, because it was on Channel 4 originally for its whole run. Then it got cancelled. Then it got picked up a few years later by Channel 5.
Yeah.
They did a good 4 or 5 seasons. Then they axed it. And I guess it's back now on ITV. So it's jumped around everywhere but BBC at this point.
So regardless, it's lucrative. It's just however long the broadcaster cares to invest into it.
Pretty much. Because it is a big, undertaking.
Yeah.
And obviously our media is big, but not as big as and well-funded as America.
Yeah.
So anyway, the British Big Brother is kind of its own thing. So Big Brother is a Dutch thing.
Okay.
It's by Endemol. They don't exist no more. They got bought. But Endemol was a Dutch company, and their one is pretty off the wall. Like, again, they're very sex positive, always have been. So you're seeing everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's raunchy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just out there. So that's the Dutch one. They adapted it all over the world. But the UK one is different from, like, America. America is, like, veto passes and, like, challenging. Like, it's like competitive from top to bottom. There's no lifestyle, barely.
Okay.
So their challenges are, like, they got to group up, make alliances, and they've got to, like, this cutthroat.
Yeah.
And then still cook and eat together. So it's like a paranoia.
Yeah.
But our Big Brother is literally people living together.
Yeah.
Then they get thrown tasks every now and then, which spices it up.
Yeah.
We vote our guys out every week, where in America they just vote them out inside. Yeah. And that's why they get the vetoes to veto someone or be safe. They also have head of household in America, which is like you're the king of the castle. In the UK, we don't have that.
Yeah.
But so ours was great, and we had the celebrity version here, which was epic. Like, we've had some of the mad. Sylvester Stallone's mum was in one once.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. Legend. Like, we've got to know people we never would have, like, come past.
Yeah.
Or no, and they were like comedy gold, like TV gold. Anyway, so it's come back on ITV. I'm thinking, okay, let's see what this is. So it looks like the same kind of, like, where they filmed the last one. I think it's the same lot. I like the design of, like, the set, both inside and outside, but it's not live no more. So back in the day, you could get tickets every week for free and just go there. Eviction night, do you know what I mean? Like, all that. If we're sitting at TV, like, who's going? Anyway, so it's not live no more. So that's done because, like, evictions and Big Brother, it's a live event. So now streaming, you got to go on ITVX every night and watch it, and that's all you're getting.
Okay.
They even on Channel 4 back in the day did the 24-hour live feed.
Yeah.
So you could just switch on any time and just watch it. Like, they'd knock out, I don't know how many hours of TV.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, like...
Or the whole night. Sometimes after the broadcast.
They switch over. to
It's
like,
just
what's that other?
E4.
E4,
plus one,
that was
Channel
it.
4 plus 1.
So they cleared Channel 4, have the normal programming, but then it jumped to E4, so you switch out like mad. So Big Brother was about like it's a social experiment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Throwing all sorts of people together to make problems,
Yeah.
clashes, all of this stuff. Excitable people, then you get the boring anyway. So now what I've noticed, they've just got like, by the fifth person, I'm like, every person who's gone in is like a wholesome person, nothing special, like pulled them off the street out of Superdrug.
Yeah.
Like nothing special.
That's going to be the most explosive.
They put a trans person in, which is quite interesting to see how people respond. Not interesting to see there's a trans person in it. There's been trans people in our Big Brother anyway. Yeah. Nadia and so on. And like
what?
A lot of what do you mean what?
Fuck off.
What? Oh shut up, you didn't know. Oh my god. Nadia from Makosi, the one with Makosi.
Yeah.
And stuff. Nadia's trans.
No, you're lying.
No, I'm not. Look it up.
You're fucking lying.
Yeah, I think Nadia transitioned young. I think that was her story. She transitioned at maybe 16. Where was she from again? Portugal or something? Nadia, I can't remember. But yeah, Nadia's a trans person. I think she might have been the first one in. But since then, like, the British have always had this weird relationship with, like, also gay people. They like to be entertained by gay people. Yeah. So when there's a gay person on TV, they ha ha ha. But if there's one in their family, they want to beat them up. It's weird in the UK. Hey, so it was pretty normal here for that. Anyway, they did put a trans person in, and they did put a woman in a wheelchair in. I don't know why. Not that I'm against that, a woman in a wheelchair being in Big Brother, but I just thought, why now? They've never done that before. Do you know what I mean? And they've got this Indian woman who's 50. She looks about 30, and you can tell she's a Muslim. And when she saw the trans person, she went, "Oh, she just weren't as lovely." I saw straight away she weren't as lovely as her to everyone else. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh my god, here we go." So the drama's going to be political, and like that shit. It's not going to be bitching about this. He stole the toilet roll and and he shagged who. It's going to be like this woke PC. I don't know. They put one pretty girl and one good looking guy in. That's it. The rest are like your average populace. Not gonna lie.
Well, I gotta say, my teenage perversions have been really shattered by this, because that Makosi, Nadia, what was that blonde girl? She died recently. No.
Oh, Nikki. Nikki Graham.
Nikki Graham. That lot in the pool with
and that guy
Anthony, and that gay guy that fancied Anthony, but just kept on having hissy fits.
Kept on trying to oh, gold. Like, there's so many seasons. They should actually sell them on box sets, like the British UK versions. Like, oh, legendary. They probably do on Channel 4 or something. Yeah, so I'm so disappointed because ITV will go all out nasty for Love Island.
Yeah.
But now Big Brother's come back. They've managed to get Big Brother, and it's woke PC, PG nonsense. Like, what? I'm not watching this.
I think how it's being packaged in appearance right now is that, but behind the scenes they have made sure that all of these people and their beliefs
rip each other apart.
Yeah, they are headstrong, opinionated people. Yeah. It's going to cause chaos and possibly a fist fight or two, because nowadays these are my political beliefs and
yeah.
When you say something that offends them, they are so aggressive and so verbal in that offense that it escalates the fighting very quickly.
That's so mad. These lot don't seem the type though.
Oh, they'll fight. You watch.
I'll say everyone watch the first, at least watch them going in, people, because I don't know. I usually know, like, when I see them going in, if I'm going to like it or not. But I've watched every single one. But this is the first time I've ever been like, oh shit, I don't even think I'm interested. Like, at all.
Okay.
You know? What was my next one? That's it. So, delivery drivers, okay? The grocery ones, the whatever.
Yeah.
So, they'll be taking photos of you without your permission. When they're walking up to you and they've got their head like down on their phone and you're just thinking they're picking up the next order, they're taking photos of you holding the bags, but they're not asking for your permission.
Yeah.
They're not saying 1 second I've got to like put it on the ground, take a photo, and then it's like cool. They will literally, as they're walking through your gate or whatever, up to you, be taking out. You could have just got out the bed rough, and they're taking a photo. Only now have I realised, because one app that I use, I won't say their name because they're not paying us. They will now add the photo into when it says delivered. So I'm like, what? So I'm literally looking at a photo of like me in my shorts and my flip flops, taking this package, and I'm like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? They don't ask permission. They just walk up. You think they're on their phone doing something else, and they're doing flash photography.
Devil's advocate here. Can you blame them?
Like, obviously, the company is just a requirement for their job, but here's the thing again. Like, people are taking jobs they don't receive no training for. Because there's bare times where they're pulling up to my neighbours, and it's like, I have to, hello, because they've got the helmet on. They're not hearing until the person's opened their door. They've woken up the net. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You can't read? You can't look at door numbers?
No, they can't.
Listen, it's a mess.
How many times have you seen the rider's picture is a woman?
It's not the same. It's never the same
and
person.
Then a South Sudanese fellow pulls up to deliver your food.
And some of don't even show pictures no more. It just says the name, like, and you can tell it's not the person. It's so messed up that these companies are getting away with this. And then you can blame the people. No, it's the companies. All you need is a bank account and a driver's license. That's it.
Well, actually, you don't have to have a driver's license.
There you go. And you probably don't need a bank account, only a PayPal or some shit. Who knows? Literally. So it's like, who are you, like, having, like, give away my food, take photos of me, right, wrong and reckless.
Yeah.
And also, like, who are you? You're not even the person on here. You could kill me, and no one would know who killed me. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fuck is this? Oh, yeah, it's mad. Anyway, so they need to do that, fix that. Oh, and the third one's just really just basic. See, I ain't really got any hard-hitting ones this week. It's just rudeness in the street. Just like people just walking directly past you like it's some sort of pissing contest.
Yeah.
It's like, I will straight push you into the street. I will push you into the street at this point.
I just trip people up and go, oh, sorry.
You know what I mean? It's like, who the fuck you? I am not moving. I have allocated to my empty side of the street, but you are still in the same position. I was like, growing up, I was told from very early.
Straight lines, right?
Yeah, like, if there's a woman or a child, you walk on the outside of the street.
Yeah.
That's just how I got told from a child. So to this day, I always do that. And it's just because it's just what you do. And it is sexist or whatever. But oh well. You know what I mean? It's you get hit first. That's the idea. But yeah, just like decency. Like if you are polite now, people will just, if you hold the door, they'll just straight walk through the door.
Yeah.
Like I have the time. Like I'm your door holder. No, I'm not. I've opened the door for you as gratitude, so you can say thank you and just keep pushing. You know what I mean? Or just a smile and keep it pushing. But no, the arrogance of like, yes, bitch, hold the door for me. Yeah. And it's like, you know what? The bad apples are gonna really like mess it up for the rest of them, for the rest of the people.
Oh, they've already done it.
You know what I mean? It's
if I pull a door open, you can be Mother Teresa. Yeah. I am busting through that door and letting it shut, and you deal with the door.
Like I always look behind me and hold it open. And there are plenty of people who say thank you, they're normal, decent people. But there's some people who are just like rude on top of it. I'm like, you're rude on top of it. Yeah. This is called a favour, bitch. I know you didn't ask for it. But guess what? You've seen some kindness in this world that some motherfuckers ain't seen. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. It's just, odd how... And then old people kind of get past this a little bit because they're old. People with prams and stuff, it's like, do what you want. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's just, just get your fucking shit together, people.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. But that's me for this week.
Here we go. I'll probably be dealing with the backlash from this for the next...
They're coming for you already. Can you hear them, people?
Next couple of months. But
love it.
I am not emotionally available. I may be emotionally aware.
Yeah.
And I'll say, although I gravitate towards banter and humour in almost all situations, internally I'm mature enough that I am aware of my emotions and other people's emotions. Expressing them is whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Now, I have nurtured relations that is now warranted the question of what is this? What are we?
Okay. That's the famous Friends question.
Yes, and I simply could not respond anything other than, I don't know.
Oh, what did Ross do? There was an episode of Friends where his girlfriend, who he's kind of like dating just cause, she's like, what are we? And he's like, huh? And she's like, what are we? But he keeps fucking up because one time he gives like her house key. Because she's like expecting something, he don't know what to give her, so he's like, hey, you can move in with me. It's like, he ends up doing all the things he don't want to do to please her because he's so scared of saying, it is what it is. We're having fun, you know?
Yeah.
You should watch that episode for advice of what not to do.
Friends for advice, goodness me, no.
I know, yeah. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
See, I tend to break hearts accidentally. It's by my own description, I'll say I'm the smartest dumb guy you'll meet in terms of amorous relations. What I know is what I know. What I don't know, I'm oblivious to.
Right.
So
you're friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I won't know. For example, the if on 2 occasions in a row, the conversation has steered towards what are we, and on both occasions I swear, like, I swear that I have no input to say.
What is this?
Yeah, like I am, and it's not that there is no like.
Yeah,
like is there and is present, but
I would hope so. I would hope so.
No, absolutely, 100% like her. But there's no let's look around, you know. What
oh my god!
Not
look around.
No, not look around for other people, but let's look around. Like
taking the day.
Am I really in the place in life in you know? Am I in that place in life to say, do you know what?
I'm locked up.
Yeah, like I've got it. I have got everything
locked up.
I've got everything from the world tied up and sorted that I need to. Do I?
I mean,
I've barely got enough time to relax.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. That's the thing. It's an actual commitment of time and energy.
Energy, emotional space, like you've got to have a certain amount of emotional room in your brain.
Yeah.
For that person.
Yeah. Again, I do think it's a generational thing as well. I think our generation is kind of like that. We're a little bit more, you're either one or the other. You either want someone in your space all the time.
Yeah. Being
single just feels wrong. Or you're like, oh shit, yeah, I got to like actually rework my life to be with someone. Because the way it's set up, no one can really like, what is this going to be a phone relationship? And a little backseat action.
I'm not even a phone
That's not a relationship, first of all.
I'm not even a phone guy. Good luck.
Yeah, me neither.
Good luck getting me on a phone call that lasts more than 5 minutes. Like I'm actually making
used to be. Effort. Big time. I fall asleep on the phone.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Times have changed.
It's changed. That's it. Me, I'm pulling the last parts of soul energy particles out of my arse to have an hour-long phone call.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's a little right. Put it this way, because we've just entered the 3rd phase of our lives, right?
Yeah.
So at a certain age, I've realised, for me anyway, it kind of feels like when the 20s started. For me.
Yeah.
And even certain situations I'm dealing with, I feel like it was 10 years ago. On the dot. And I'm like, shit. So I'm not feeling the 30 traditional, how you feel, what people say with 30.
Middle-aged.
I feel 20 again, which is weird. And it feels kind of shit as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, okay.
Why?
The thing about the 20s was, it is that whole exciting thing of, okay, we've got like our 20s, but it's also a lot of fucking graft and a lot of like chaos as well.
Yeah.
And knowing the 20s was over and that was over was kind of relinquishing. But I don't feel like that. I honestly do feel like the decade just reset itself, which I'm going to take as opportunity. You know what I mean? Opportunity. But yeah, I do feel like because of that, we feel like settling down, that's like say 28, you know, we would have said 28. I feel like for us, 38.
Oh God.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't
Because I know not to make cracking or dropping or drooping anytime soon.
I don't think I'm gonna partake in that.
I mean, I feel like the way I am as a person, I probably would want a solid settle down moment. Like, it's got to happen. I'm a Capricorn. I'm an earth sign. I need like grounding and familiarity. Like, I do need that at some point. But I'm also a lone wolf in my own time. So it's kind of like, yeah.
You can't then make them come to you and fan them away to call them back. They don't like that.
No, because what's the word? Impersonality, innit? It's like they just want more and more and more.
Mm-hmm. Until you've got nothing left.
So they want to know every single thing. They want to know, and it's like,
See, it's that
married people took their whole lives to get to know each other. Like, can we just
slow?
And then I'm like, okay, this is over.
But you can't tell. I know that I've learned this much. You can't tell a woman to slow down because clock is ticking, and they're not on my kind of time.
They can't do the 38.
Yeah.
If you listen to science, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they say 35 onwards, you might as well have 60-year-old eggs. The scientists be chatting some wild shit to you guys, honestly.
Do you know what though? Statistically speaking,
black women having kids at 50.
Yeah, I know one that had one at like 54, 53, but
you know Bridget Nielsen, innit?
Yeah.
That actress. It's in like, I just want to say Stallone for some reason. I don't know what film she was in with Stallone, but she's got the blonde Grace
Rocky
Jones.
Balboa.
Rocky?
She's in Rocky.
Yeah, Bridget Nielsen, she was like a everything model actor, I don't know, but very like...
She looked like a man. She looked like a Russian man.
Yeah, she looked like a Russian man, but she's obviously a woman. Anyway, Bridget Nielsen, what was I saying? She had her kid at 50 also. So that was the first white woman I had heard who had a 50, you know.
IVF?
No.
Natural.
She's not even into
Russian?
that shit. No, she's American.
Oh, wow, well done.
Yeah.
I thought if she was Russian or Eastern European, it would make sense. Okay, cool.
Baby farms.
Yeah. But...
Does they dig this hormone?
The woman that I know who had a kid like 54, 50 something.
Yeah.
The kid she had's like quite autistic. Like low functioning autistic.
Yeah. Do you think they associate that with age, or is that a myth? Okay, there's not too many 50-year-old women having kids, you know, it's not a common thing, I guess.
So here's my rhetorical question reply to that question.
Right.
According to science, and I do the bunny ears, according to science, our genes and genetical matter splits, reproduces, however many times per second, per minute, per month, per day, per week.
Yeah.
At the point you reach that 54th or 55th birthday, and you are now going to, you know, copy and paste your DNA in the state that it is, there's going to be a lot of dump files.
And women carry their, people don't know this, so a woman will carry her mother's eggs, and her daughter will carry, so a woman will have, technically, or came from the eggs of their grandmother.
Yeah.
Because you take on your mother's eggs.
Okay.
So your eggs are never your own if you're a woman. You've inherited them from your mother. That's how the female body works. And I never knew this until like many years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know why God did that, but it's quite interesting. So
sins of the father-in-law.
Their daughter's eggs would be theirs.
Okay.
And maybe that plays a part in biological. I don't know, because even with men, they say the younger to have a baby, the better, just because the health of the sperm or whatever virality. If you know, it depends on what state you're in as to what condition your sperm is in. Yeah. Because it's variable as to how you contribute to your child DNA wise. So if you're in a healthier state, you most likely will have like a quite healthy child.
Of course.
You know.
Gunplay. No, I'm not going to say that. But, you know,
Not
from
the AK. I said, hell nah.
15, he's probably what, in his mid-30s, early 30s or
I
something.
thought Gunplay's at least 40 now. He just looks young, I say.
Really?
I thought, yeah.
Let's check. Let's give it a quick check. But
he looks like one of my older, you know what I mean? You know, older mixed race cousins, and they get to like 40, 45, but they're still looking like 30. Good. So I mean, got the guys.
Yeah, you're right. 44.
Yeah, at least.
So 44 been. He's lost custody of his daughter.
Oh, for sure.
He missed the court date.
I assumed he was on drugs when he did that, but there's no saying that, and no, that's not been mentioned. So I'm just gonna go with what's been said, and he should definitely be in jail.
Puerto Rican father and Jamaican mother.
Yeah.
But Gunplay. I know I shouldn't use him as an example, but all of the substance and alcohol misuse and such, there's defects. But his baby mums is on YouTube and Instagram and everything, exposing and putting this all out there, saying, yeah, the doctors have said that all that MDMA and cocaine and all that you did.
Yeah, because it's the chemical drugs will fuck you up.
Yeah, so his daughter has birth defects, like a whole...
That's just been cooked up in a lab, like you're ingesting that shit. Well, the cells are like, boo. But yeah, like this is how 80-year-old men be having babies, because they're in good nick, man.
Yeah.
The sperm says yes.
Sperm says yes. Now, for the other two topics, I think it's best to keep them off the show, because it will... My aim in life is not to hurt people.
Yeah, easily done.
Yeah, and I don't want to hurt anyone. So what challenges I overcome that may be involved, there may be someone else's involvement in.
Right.
I'm going to just try to keep it off the show now, because I don't know what impact it's going to have on them, their emotional well-being and things. But
that's fair enough.
But I can say things on some of the personal topics that I've mentioned in the past, and like very over. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It ain't that serious. Yeah. But that's very brief. We'll speak about it. But now, what's vexed me this week is that I've had a gentle reminder that you can't, and I've said it jokingly in the past, you can't keep everyone happy, so don't try.
Yeah. True. Very true.
I've had a bit of an issue at work with a subordinate.
Okay.
An underling. An underling, yes. I'm sick and tired of their chaos, their anxious and nervous disposition. One slight little issue, and they are panicking, screaming for support from management, and call this person in, call that person in.
Wow.
And they have a certain careless and lazy streak to them. So let's say, this is completely hypothetical here. Let's say someone's not allowed fizzy drink.
Right.
They will leave fizzy drinks lying around, or they'll leave vapes lying around, or lighters laying around. And then, I know we can't all be brave, we can't all be confident. They're such a coward that when faced with a conflict or faced with a dilemma that requires their honesty, they lie.
When it's time for them to be honest.
Yeah, they lie. They lie. And the lie that they've told implicates me in something that I have no knowledge of. I had no input or doings. I had nothing.
It was me.
Yeah, it was not me. It was not me. You manipulated the narrative. You manipulated how. You manipulated the situation. You made it seem like it's a minor issue, and I treated it as a minor issue, withholding the fact that you suspected that someone shouldn't have has found their way into their possession because of your carelessness and laziness to not follow protocols and procedures. And since then, you've avoided being on a shift with me, or me taking over from you, or you taking over from me. Either by swapping your shifts, being late, or leaving early. So
has this been noticed by anyone else? Is it like an odd thing? Is this normal?
No, it's not normal. I've highlighted it, but of course,
right.
there's a certain complacency, or let's say the current workload of all of the main hitters, let's say, they can't deal with it. It's a minor issue in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But it's a recurring
an accusation isn't a minor thing.
Oh, it's from staff. It's from a staff member that, you know, lies. Like they are known. They have the reputation of being unreliable, of telling lies, and of being involved in almost
nefarious deeds.
Yes.
Right.
So I managed in a very short amount of time. I was looking for vengeance, and I don't think the way that I present myself at work, I'm such a happy, friendly, bubbly person.
Right.
Someone could be, and I'm exaggerating, listeners, don't go track shit down. Someone might be slashing away at their wrists, and I'll be like, you can't put the strawberry Kool-Aid on the walls, you know. Come on now, let's patch you up. Let's go. It's not that big of a deal. Come on, let's focus on the lighter side of life to get past these.
You'd have to in those situations, and
because of that, it's greatly been overlooked that I can like, I'm very good with my words. If I want an outcome, I will get the outcome that I want. If I want to make someone cry, and we have 10 minutes,
words are like keys to a lock.
Yeah,
people don't realize.
Yeah, and I don't want to.
Got to say the right things in the right way.
I don't want to bring that side of me out at work, but as the months are going by, I'm seeing that the powers that be seem to have already cornered me into an isolated, alienated corner where I'm not being a mean girl with the other mean girls, but I'm ostracized by the mean girls.
Yeah.
And then I'm ostracized by the pawns.
Right, yeah, the NPCs.
The NPCs. So I'm like a standalone guy that's too high to get over but too low to get under. Hey, I'm stuck in the middle. And I'm so tempted, but I fought the temptation. I let the anger and the frustration and the deceit, the disappointment, I let it all go. Right. And it's fine. There's no issues. They're going to do it again. I know that they're going to do it again.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset with that. I'm just upset that you're that much of a coward. You're going to run and try to avoid.
Listen, the cowards are a problem.
I can't stand them.
Listen, oh my God. Listen, cowards are the worst I've discovered. Are the worst. Almost like they're just on that list of top 5 worst human beings.
Yeah.
To exist. Like, they're just, honestly, it makes me speechless. Cowards, like, and the worst ones who are provocative cowards.
Oh, throw stones
they
behind your hands.
Fucking ones. They like shoot them on sight. They are the ones, because they're cowards. They will come at you in a twisted way, in an unfashioned, unexpected, unwarranted way that is very manipulative.
Yeah.
You know, hidden hand, takes the time, they take their time with it. It's just very, and although, because you're above it, you're none the wiser half the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're cowards when it comes to repercussion time. Like, bitch, I see what you're fucking doing. They're the victim. They're I'm being perpetrated. I'm, you know, oh my goodness, this is such, you know, an misjust carry of justice, or frame you, like you said.
You literally just reminded me. I got framed because the week prior, I pulled that person up on their conduct and had a serious conversation with them. Listen, I'm telling you that I've seen you conduct yourself like this for 6 months. Before I take it up the chain, I'm taking this opportunity to speak to you because it's me and you that work together.
Right.
I pass it up, they're just going to hand down you're going on probation, or you're getting sacked, or you're this or you're that. And then you won't feel comfortable within the workplace, but you're going to have to hash it out with me. I start saying it, and the moment that I'm highlighting and showing you your behaviour patterns and your poor decision making shift, you go to denial, evasion, victim.
Blaming it on you.
Yeah, but because they can't blame it on me directly, they're like, blame it on other staff members. Oh, but they're doing it and this and that. They're not doing it like you.
Right.
In a 24-hour period, you was on the phone for 4 hours. like a phone call.
Just a whole phone call.
A whole phone call, not scrolling, because you can scroll for 4 hours if no one's talking to you. Yeah, but you can't. What, you've gone to another room to take a phone call for an hour and a half talking about your resting your back. Then you've sat in the garden for another 45 minutes, an hour on the phone. In the car, you're taking a phone call in the car with 4 other people, and you think that's normal?
They just don't give a fuck.
They don't.
They're like, they've lost all fucks.
Yeah. So no problem. If you don't give a fuck.
Or they feel like I can do what I want because a certain reason, whatever a reason could be, like a contributing factor where they feel so comfortable, like, this is nothing. None of you can do nothing to me. I can be on the phone.
See, I can't disclose on
I can be doing this in front of all of you.
That.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's one or the other.
Just in case, because I know, I don't know. I don't advertise this to colleagues. I don't. But just in case.
Hey, we're on the charts. Wilder things happened.
Just in case. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's fuck cowards.
Listen, a special fuck you to the cowards. They will just like, because do you know what? They actually are such cowards to like their own repercussions to their own actions.
They're so dangerous. They
like literally will not face the repercussions. Can you imagine a person who will do anything and anything, throw you under the bus, like you got nothing to do with it, all because they cannot deal with the fact they pushed the glass off the table and it broke.
Yeah.
Like, they cannot deal. And I'm like, did you guys get disciplined? Or were you disciplined so badly you literally like can't tell the truth because you feel like you're going to get beat? Like, which one is it?
I couldn't tell you.
Because I've noticed it's the ones who didn't get disciplined.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you really are just arrogant.
Yeah.
And cowardly.
But that is like...
And you'll mock the strong and think it's going to like mercy will last forever. Yeah. Don't mock the strong now. Mock someone on your level.
Yeah.
Mock someone the same size as you. Mock someone on your intelligence level too. Don't mock a giant, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sick of that shit. I really am.
Yeah. Sickening shit, man.
Yeah. Motherfucking cockroaches.
But I think the main body of the show weren't too great. But this ending part felt like, it felt good.
Yeah, it feels like a little bit more better. Conversationally.
Yeah.
I need to try to stop swearing as well. Yeah, but you know, when you get relaxed and chilled and podcast, anything goes.
That's true. But yeah, fuck him. Go download Saint Remix.
Saint Remix, yeah.
Saint Remix. Go download it.
Yes, I am officially retired from music, and it actually feels kind of good. So I'm not even gonna lie. Just not got that whole niggling thing in the back of the conscience.
Yeah.
I'm creating in other ways. So yeah, I ain't got nothing to promote but the EP. 7 remixes, 7 visualizers, and yeah, I've got some stuff coming up later in the year, which is almost like we're in the end of the year. But other than that, moving on to new things.
Yeah. Fuck you.
All right, follow us at Vexxed Uncensored, and we'll be back.
Have you ever wanted your own podcast, solo or with your co-host? Follow us on Instagram at Vexxed Art Brands and send us a message. We look forward to discussing your amazing ideas. You never know what could happen.